Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Xayah, Legends of a Drift System with the Embers of a Forsaken Star and missions and powers expansions, and we're just about to get cracking with episode 7. I don't think there was anything major from episode 6, so we can just get going, I think. So let's get to our first player, who is Johnny Neptune, and the action phase. And here we are with Johnny. So we'll take these, and yeah, it's about time we did this shuttle mission. So we'll head him over to Outpost 338. Let's get across to the board. And here we are at the board, and there is the Manchester and Johnny. Alright, so first of all, we've not sold anything or bought anything, so I didn't bother bringing an inertia harness across or any of that. So we're going to use one of these. We're going to put it on his brand new Halon engine, and we're going to roll. So that's a D8. Which is awesome. So we'll pop that on there. Can we see it? Yes, we can. A D8, and we do have GTS. And we roll a 4. So he's going to move 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's heading this way. And we'll spend another of these. He's going to use another engine. And let's roll another 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here, and this is Outpost 338 down here, so we're heading in this direction. We might actually make it there. And once again, another engine. And another D8. And this is an 8, so he doesn't get any GTS help because that is his engine maximum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's going to stop there. 1, because it counts as being in a asteroid field because he's harvesting here, so we'll do a bit of harvesting for spice, and then what we'll do is he's still got his impulse, and I think that will get him to the mission spot. So what I'll do is I'll just reposition the camera and I'll be right back. And the camera's been repositioned, so we can harvest. So 1 to 10 will get damage, 11 to 20 though we will get a spice cube, which we could do with. Always nice to help kickstart that economy. And we roll a 9, which is pretty much the worst roll we could do. Well, I suppose we could have rolled a 10, but that's pretty pants. And I think we've only got one. Yeah, we've only got one of these left. So we're going to have to use that on his shields. So he's going to roll a d6, see if he can avoid some of that damage, and he avoids 1 of that damage, so he gets 8 damage. Oh, good job I kept that 1,000 credits. So he gets 8 damage. Fortunately he has a lot of spare cargo space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but that was very nasty. So things not going so well for Johnny this turn. So that's 1, 2. That was extremely nasty. But at least he could avoid putting any damage onto any of his outfits. But yes, that was really bad, and it was a very, very bad shield roll as well. Okay. He still has his impulse power and he's going to use it. So we'll flip that over. It's got an impulse of 2. and he's just going to go 1, 2 onto the mission spot. That means he's dropped his passengers off, and I'm sure they are extremely keen to get off after getting that asteroid strike. So they will very quickly leave the ship, pay their 3,000 credits, and he gets to keep this shuttle mission. So he's done 2 shuttle missions, 1 more, and he'll be able to pick up that veteran title. He's now got 4,000 credits. Because he's on a mission spot, he can pick 3 more missions up. So that's what we're going to do. We'll do a cut, and 1, 2, 3. We'll have a look at those in the status phase. Pop those over at his player tray. And yes, that was very, very nasty indeed. Really, really bad. And yes, his luck has run out by the look of it. Okay, but at least he's still here. He should be able to get up to Kemplar 2. He'll need to get up to there next turn because he's got to get rid of all that damage. Even though it's 8 damage, it'll only cost him 1,000 to get rid of it all. But yes, that was a pretty hefty thump he got by the asteroids. Alright, that is it for his action phase. Let's bob across to his player tray, and won't be the business phase because he's not on a planet. It will be straight into the status phase. And here we are at the status phase. So as you can see, he's had to put all this damage on here. So some asteroids come in the front here, and it's made a right mess. And we'll put all these onto disarmed. Yeah, pity he didn't have an enviro shield, and then he would have been able to avoid 6 of that damage. So we'll have to think about that next time he's in a planet or a star state or a space station. And he gets his impulse back, and he's going to spend 4 energy down to 10 just to rearm all those. Yeah, even though he got 8 damage, he was able to avoid his putting damage on his engine or anything. So at least that was lucky. Right, so he's done that, and we'll have a look at these. Flip them over. We're not interested in those. Those are bad boy missions. He's a good boy. So transport, contracted to carry commodities. There's one thing I can't tolerate. It's a contractor who doesn't deliver. The emissary stammers as she brushes her green hair to the side. Don't disappoint me, Captain. Fly to a mission point in any dead world. That's fine. We've got 2. Place X hollow in your hold. Place 2 times damage on this card. X equals 1, 2 or 3 of your choice. 2x damage, so twice the hollow that you take. Target the second player on your left. As an action, when adjacent, yeah, seen this before. You know what, I don't fancy that. So he's not going to take any. He just had a look just in case. And he's just decided perhaps just get to Kemplar 2 next turn, get rid of this damage, then he'll think about it. Alright, so that is it for the status phase. I don't think there's anything else to do. So, yeah, let's move along. Next up, it will be Cobra Hex and the Gaiden. And here we are with Cobra Hex and the Gaiden. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take these 4, and yes, he is hiding in the asteroid field around Smuggler's Den, and the sellsword is looking for him. So we're going to use these. We'll take Tac-X and the Scarlight Hull just in case we have to use them, and let's get across to the board. And here we are with the Gaiden here. Now he can't fire from here to here, even though they're adjacent, because yes, he's in an asteroid field and he hasn't got line of sight either, so he's going to have to come out of that asteroid field. So he's going to use his impulse to do that. So he's going to flick that over, and all he's going to do is come out one to here, and yes, they are going to face off again. So he's acquired his target. There is he's got line of sight, he's well within range, he's adjacent, and he is going to fire once again. So he's going to use 2 of these on his Sack of 5 blaster. He's going to roll 2 d8s, and once again the sellsword is going to roll a d12 for shields. So let's see what he gets first. That's a 6, he'll keep that, and his next d8 is another 6, so that's 12. That is 12, and let's see what this guy rolls. He rolls a 10. He's rolling really high with that. So that's another 2 damage. That's 5 damage on the sellsword, which is not enough. We needed 12 damage. So we could have done with him not rolling a 10. But yeah. What are we going to do now? Are we going to go back into the asteroid field? Well, no, because we've got another idea to get away. Because we're not going to hang around for the sellsword to attack us. We're going to use one of these on his engines. His Halon engine. And he is going to move. So let's roll d8. He does have a GTS, remember. And he rolls a 1, which is rubbish. But that's okay, because it's enough. Because we only want to move 3. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to land on that spawn space. Remember, we have wormholes. While this card is in play, all spawn points are now connected to each other and provide special movement similar to gates. Whenever someone uses the spawn points for special movement, roll a d20. On a 1, the wormhole collapses and the ship using the wormhole is destroyed. So we don't want to... what we don't want to do is roll a 1. But we'll roll a d20. I don't think we'll roll a 1 because we rolled a 1 on a d20 last one. So, yes. So we've rolled a 16. And let's look for the spawn point that's nearest to a 16. I hope it isn't that 18. Because otherwise we haven't gone very far. I've spotted a 15, so we're alright. That's the closest up to now. Move that out of the way. And is there an actual 16 out there? I think it's the 15 which is the nearest. So that is Pelmont. So we'll go down to Pelmont and we'll see where he turns up. And here's spawn point 15 at Pelmont. So this is where he's come out of the wormhole. It's chucked him out here. And yes, he's a good way away from the sellsword. And what is he going to do now? He still has his TAC X and everything, but yeah, I didn't use TAC X for that 1 that I rolled because obviously with the GTS we got where we wanted to go anyway. We are going to use this for an engine because he's running out of energy. I was hoping that he'd land near a planet, but he hasn't. And yes, he's going to sort of head towards Kemplar 2, I think. That's what he's going to have to do. So let's roll. Pop that on there. So D8 plus 2. So that's a 5. So he'll get to move 7. We won't bother re-rolling it. That's quite a good roll. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he passes the Manchester and he's on his way to Kemplar 2. So unfortunately he didn't manage to destroy the sellsword, but the sellsword has got 5 damage on it. So we might be able to go back later, try and finish it off. But I thought it was best that he actually did a runner. Hence he used the wormhole at the spawn point. Okay, so that is it for Cobra Hex in his action phase. Let's get back. He's not on a planet or a space station, so no business phase. It will be his status phase. And here we are at the status phase. Okay, so he gets his impulse back. And put these on disarmed. And he's going to spend 4 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's only got 2 left. So he will have to get to a planet. And he's going to get all of those armed markers back. Okay, and he's still got that plasma, remember, they picked up last turn. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. There's nothing else. Got to remember we've got these other missions, but he was trying that bounty hunter one first. Hasn't come off, but he has put 5 damage on it, and he can sort of turn up again later and try and finish it off. But first of all, let's try and get all of his energy back at a planet next turn. Okay, just before we go to Aqua Scion, we have to do the Enforcer, who's going to move 6. He's still on his way back to Kemplar 2. Still hasn't spotted any outlaws, so he's just going to carry on doing that. Let's get to the board. And here we are with the Enforcer. He's just here, and he's just going to move 6 towards Kemplar 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's just going to carry on heading in that direction, and he should get there shortly. Okay, that's it for Cobra Hex, and next up is Aqua Scion. And here we are with Aqua Scion. Think she is going to go towards Tafjur, the dead planet, do a bit of excavating. She's going to be doing a bit of archaeology, I think. And yes, she can go over the mission point. So we'll have another go at getting some missions. And we might do a bit of exploring as well. Let's see. Okay, let's get across to the board. Have a look. And here we are with Aqua Scion and the Krembler. Just there. So we're going to get to Tafjur, which is just here. Hopefully do some excavation, and that's why I brought nano regeneration, just in case we do as well as Johnny Neptune did. And we've got our energy scoop as well, so I've just brought these out just in case. We haven't got far to go, so we might just have an explore up here. This is going to be empty space because I haven't got enough space, but we can pop one in here, which might mean, yes, it might mean Loath, but we shall see. Alright, so first things first, we're going to use one of these on an engine. She does have GTS now, and she will be rolling a D8. So that's the green D8. Quick roll. She rolls a 3, which is a 5 with a GTS. So what's she gonna do? That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that'll get her to this edge. That's the edge that we want, this edge. And it's a circle. So we'll just pop that there. Will we get Loath? Dun, dun, dun. No, we've got the keep, a debris field. So the next one is definitely Loath. So the keep, debris field, it's got a mission point. Ah, that is spawn 16. It's got an exploration token, and that's pretty much about it. And it was a circle, wasn't it? Yep. So let's just put this in. That's just going to pop right in there. Alright, and that cost her an energy, so I better remember to set that off. She's down to 9 energy through using her long range scanners. Good, good. And now she's going to turn round. We only need 2, don't we, to get to the excavation spot. I might pick up the exploration token at another time. I think I'll excavate first, and then when we set off I might try and pick that up. If we're going to risk taking ice damage, let's risk it for getting some artifacts. Okay, so we're going to use her impulse of 3. Flick that over, and she's going to land on the planet. 1, 2, 3, and we've got to excavate. So 1 to 10 will be ice damage. So we want anything 11 and above. Come on, you can do it, Cockle. Bloody 2. Rubbish. So that's 2 ice damage, but we're going to use nano regeneration, and we've got to roll a d20 again. So anything over 5 or above. A 1! God, rubbish! So she takes 2 ice damage, and that is bad. What a load of rubbish! A 2 and a 1? Can't believe it! So she gets 2 ice damage. How bad is that? So what she's done... Oh, she's got an Enviro shield. And she's going to use that. So, which means I've got to use this, but yeah, by using her Enviro shield, that automatically rolls a 6. So we don't get those. But I could have done without having to use it at all. That's a bit of a blow. And nano regeneration's now been used, so we can turn that over. It's been exhausted. And she's going to go again. Surely she can't get another 1 or a 2. So she's going to excavate again. A 4! Rubbish! She's going to have to use one of these on a normal shield. So she's just rolling the d6 here. She's already used her, what is it, her Enviro shield. So she's got to use the shield in a normal fashion. A 6. At last, a decent roll. But, oh God, what a load of rubbish. She's had an awful turn. And she's only got 1 of these left now. I think we're going to have to take off and go back to Dorovin 5. Fortunately, it's just here. But we are going to have to go back, I think, rather than stay here. So we'll use another Halon engine. Roll a d8. And it's a 6, which will become an 8 because she's now got a GTS. But that wasn't a very good trip. We're going to go over the mission point, so we'll pick up 3 missions. That's a minor action, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to land back on here. And what a load of old pants that was. Actually, wait a minute, just let's put us back there. Can I do the exploration as well? Just check the exploration token. That is a minor action as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for it. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that will get us back here. possibility we'll be picking that up, but we're going to have to roll. Again, it's... we've got to get over an 11. Come on, an 11 or over. A 2. God, rubbish. But we're going back to a planet. And we don't have any arm tokens left, and we don't have any shields left anyway, so we are going to take these 2. But because we're going back to a planet, they are going to melt. So it was worth the risk. So I'll just put those on her player area. But she did manage to pick this up. So we'll flick it over and see what it is. And that's ice damage as well. Oh God, what an awful turn. However, we do have a slight silver lining, because she does have 2 exploration tokens now. She's going to turn those in, and she's at least going to get herself 2,000 credits. She's not going to get a fame point, she's going to get 2,000 credits. So I'll take those out of the bank. She's now got 5,000 credits. And yes, she's on a planet. And I think she might be buying another one. She might be buying better shields, I think. Because if she's going to continue rolling like that, we're going to be in real trouble. Okay, so that's it for her action phase. Let's move on to the business phase. And here we are at the business phase, and there's all that lovely ice damage that she'd got. Oh dear me. Right, let's take these off. So those are now disarmed, and she does get all her energy back, so that energy she spent on her long range scans comes back. And yes, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at these shields and see if we can get a better one. Won't be a moment. And I'm back. First of all, what we've got to do is repair damage. So we're going to repair this damage. Doesn't cost us anything because it just melted. So pop that in there. One good thing about excavating on Tafjur is you can always get back, and any ice damage you get, you can get rid of fairly easily. Then what we're going to do is we're going to reorganise all this. We're selling the Targe shield for 1,000. So that's going to give us 1,000 credits. And we're going to add 2,000 credits to that. So that's 3,000. And that's going to get us a Zulu 2 shield here. So we're going to have to we'll pop that there. And we'll put Enviro shield on one of those. And with the last 1,000, because we spent 3, the last 1,000 we are going to get another Enviro shield and pop that on there as well. So that'll save us 12 damage for environmental damage, which is not combat damage, environmental damage. So if we do any mining or excavating or whatever, then these should help save us. So we've done that. Okay, so not too bad. It could have been a lot better. We could have still done this if we'd have rolled a lot better. But yeah, what a downer. So what we've done is we've got a Zulu 2 shield, and we've got an extra Enviro shield, and we've cashed in the previous Targe shield. The other good thing about this shield is obviously you roll a D8 as well. So it won't be 12 damage, it'll be 16 damage that we can stop with these environmental shields. And that'll be good if we roll like we just have done, then that'll be extremely useful. Okay, that is it for our business phase. Next up is the status phase. at the status phase. So we're going to arm all of these. Cost us 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but we get it all back because we're on Doravin 5. We will get our impulse back and our nano regeneration that was rubbish. I can't believe I rolled a 1 on that. Only got to get a 5 or better. Anyway, yes. So that is her. She's all ready to go again. And she'll try that again next turn. Let's get some archaeology done if we can possibly manage it. And just before we go to Vess Virgo, we do have the merchant here. So the merchant's going to carry on. He's got 9 movement and he's trying to get to Lunari, I believe. So let's get back to the board. And here we are with the merchant just there. So he's going to move 9. Easily get him to the cell space. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to stop there because he's actually doing something. And he's going to get another 1,000 credits to put on his card. So he now has 3,000 credits. Fortunately for him and for Johnny Neptune, the scoundrel is not yet on the board, but it will be coming out next. As soon as we search, use our long range scanners, the next time we are going to find Loath. So there we go. In fact, it could be useful for Johnny Neptune to do that if he can get somewhere out of the way and then search. So it just makes sure that the scoundrel is miles away. But no, he can't really do that. He's got to get back to Kemplar too. So yeah, whoever searches next, they're going to find Loath. Okay, that's it for the merchant. That's it for Aqua Scion. Next up is Vess Virgo. And here we are with Vess Virgo. So we're going to need all of these. She's currently on the kiln, but she needs some money. She's got 3,000 there, but let's do this research. She can get to TK421 and then she can get to Doravin 5. And if she rolls well, then she could have a good bit of cash. So TK421, she's going to head there and then head up to Doravin 5 if she can. We'll take these with us and yeah, let's see how we do. And here we are with Vess Virgo. She's just on here and yeah, she's going to use one of these. She's going to fire up an engine and let's see how far she gets. She's got a GTS back. She's going to be rolling a D8 because she's got a Halo engine. She rolls an 8. Who needs a GTS? So she's going to come out of here. So we'll get rid of the card now. Put it over to one side. And yes, she's going to come out of the kiln there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll move that card, these cards out of the way. And yes, she's going to be coming round this way, I think. She's going to use another one of these. Pop it on an engine. She's going to roll a D8 again. Another 8. This is just because she got a GTS last turn. Got a GTS back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gets her to the mission point. And what she's going to do is she gets to roll. Let's have a look. I didn't think she'd make it there actually, so I left the card over there. So looking at this, yes, the higher roll, the better. So does she get any data? 4. No significant data. 1,000. What a load of rubbish rolling. Especially on D20s. So that's just 1,000. Hardly worth the effort, was it? Wasn't worth the fuel. Oh, dear me. Right. Pants is that? Just don't believe it. Alright, so she's done that, and what we're going to do now, is it worthwhile getting this? I'd have to go in there, it is a minor action, I'd have to go in there and roll a d20 again, wouldn't I? And we need to get an 11 or higher. But let's go for it. Let's go for it. We can't continue rolling that badly, surely. We'll use our impulse power, which is 3. So we'll flip that over. And we'll just go 1, 2, and 3 and out again. And we'll be heading back this way. We'll see what that is after we've rolled this d20. Come on, an 11 or over. Oh, try and hit a 3. Oh, it's 1, 2s, 3s and 4s. That's all I've rolled. So that is 3 damage. Has she got a shield? No, she doesn't have a shield. But we do have 3 spare cargo spots. So we'll just put that on the skimmer. Well, that's just awesome, isn't it? And let's see what's on here. And this has reminded me, I need to put one on the keep. Flick it over. More ice damage! What is going on? What is going on? So she gets some ice damage as well. We've got 1 spare spot to put that in, and we really need to make it a planet now, because if that ice spreads during the status phase, then we're in big trouble. Okay, right, we're not too far away from Lunari here, and we've got 1 engine left, so we're going to use that. Thank heaven for GTS. And we're going to roll a d8, a 3, so that's going to be 5. Hopefully that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is enough. Only just though. So we've managed to get onto the planet. And we've got nothing to sell, have we? So yes, we've managed to get onto the planet, which means we'll be able to get rid of that horrific ice damage, as well as the other damage. Oh, you know what? That has been absolutely awful. I don't think I've ever rolled so badly during a turn. That was absolute rubbish. Everybody rolled really, really badly. Right, let's take these back. Didn't use any of those. No need to use the recall yet because we've got to get to Dorovin 5. Leave that arm token still armed, but we have got a roll for up at the keep. I'll do it down here. So the blue D6 is Collins, the red D6 is Rose. So it's 6 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it, and it's going up here to the keep. So pop that up there, and at least we're all right on that. Okay, so that is the end of the action phase for Vess Virgo. She is on a planet, that means she gets a business phase. Let's go to her player card. And here we are with Vess Virgo. So she loses that for nothing. That goes for nothing. She's got to spend 1,000 to repair the other damage. So we get rid of those. Oh dear me. Right. So at least the ship's fixed. Back to full energy. And these go to disarmed. Okay, I think that's that. Are we gonna... Yeah, she's gonna spend another 1,000. And she's gonna get one of these Enviro shields. I think everybody's going to have to get one after that sorry rolling performance. Okay, so pop that in there, and she's got 1,000 credits left. Eee, what a load of pants. Right, okay, and yes, I think that's it. But the sellsword, we've got to do the sellsword, haven't we? So we'll do the sellsword, and then that will be the end of this episode. But not before I've done the status phase. Nearly forgot about the status phase. So she get all those back. She gets her impulse back. That would cost 1, 2, 3, but she's on a planet, so she gets it back. Now we could do the sellsword. And here we are with the sellsword. So he was out there, he was waiting for the Gaiden to break cover, which it did. Come flying out, attacked him yet again, and then zoomed off, and then suddenly disappeared. So he's going to spin round, and his sensors have said, went to this spot in space, then it disappeared. So he's going to go 1, 2, and the same thing's going to happen. He's going to go through the wormhole. So we'll roll a d20. Watch it, he'll get a 20. He gets a 19. So what is the name? 19 is actually the Tigress Gate, and I think it's just there. Can we still see him? Yep, so he comes out here. So he's followed the Gaiden, he's gone through the wormhole, but unfortunately he hasn't ended up at the same spot. So he's come out near the Tigress Gate, and he's like, whoa, where's he gone? Where's he gone? But yeah, I think that's all he's going to do as regards chase the Gaiden. If he sees him in the future, then I think he will attack him. But as it stands, he doesn't know where he's gone. So he's just going to stay there now. But until such time as he either gets hired by a player character, or the Enforcer finds him, or whatever. So he has followed the Gaiden and Cobra Hex, but gone through the wormhole, but he's ended up at a different spot. He's ended up at Tigress Gate. Okay, right, that is it for the turn. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for all the subscriptions, for all the likes and the dislikes. You're still watching, and for all the help and support. Thank you so much. Any errors, please let me know, and I will try and fix them for next turn. And thank you to everybody who's been to Board Game Links to upvote the site there, and everybody at BGG who's liked the video threads, commented, or dropped Geek Gold. Followers on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that, thank you too. Alright, so I think that is it for episode 7, and what a crap episode it was as regards rolling. The rolling was abysmal. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better next episode. But oh yeah, these D20s are going to have to go in the naughty corner, I'm afraid. Those were awful rolls. But we're all still in one piece. Nobody's exploded. So we will have a look to see if we can do any better next time. I hope you join me for episode 8. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.